Hi guys, welcome back to Mev Reacts. I am gonna be real, I'm not having the best day. So, you know what I wanna do? I wanna listen to Bobby. There are other pressing videos that I'd like to film that are in my queue. And I'm putting all of them aside today because this is a mental health safe space video. This is a healing video because we're gonna be watching Bobby. We're just gonna sit back and enjoy ourselves. That's what's gonna happen. I wanna watch some Bobby music videos today. I'm going to watch some old ones and his newest one that he put out. I reacted to Cherry Blossom and Drowning, which are the only solo songs of Bobby's that I've heard so far, other than what he's done in Icon. You can go watch my reaction, of course. In that video, you'll see that I fell deeply in love and had a complete unabashed Romeo and Juliet love affair with Cherry Blossom. That video was my initial reaction to Cherry Blossom. That was just me watching the music video and how I felt immediately afterward. It has been, oh my god, how long has it been since I recorded that video? But it's been about 8 months since I recorded that video, and I just need to say I have not stopped listening to Cherry Blossom. I think Cherry Blossom is one of my all-time favorite songs to ever exist on this planet. There is something so unique and beautiful and magical about that song. I don't know if it's my internal nostalgia or my taste in music or the way I hear sounds, but it hits me so deeply and it's like never-ending dopamine. I have listened to the song tens of times, probably upwards of 100 at this point. I never get tired of it. The way the music video is filmed complements the song so well and vice versa. I mentioned this when I reacted to the song, but I have such an affinity for the 70s and I love that type of vibe. So I feel like there was so much of that in there, and there was also like panel wood everywhere, which was such like a 70s thing. I could make a whole separate video just talking about and breaking down the Cherry Blossom music video. I won't do that. But what I will say is it's so much more than a song to me. I don't mean to get emotional. That song kept me afloat for so long. During hard days, difficult times, I would watch that music video on repeat. Oh, I don't want to get emotional. I don't know what it was about that song, but it literally felt like Bobby was reaching his hand out to me. There's something about that song that keeps the flame inside me alive. That's the best I can put it. It is so treasured to me. It is a song that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I've already thought about getting a tattoo for it. I'm not gonna tear up. I have already thought if there was ever a time that I had the opportunity to meet Bobby, all I would want to say to him was thank you for Cherry Blossom. I don't know what it is about that song. It makes me so emotional. I think it's a combination of multiple things. It has guitar and background vocals that I think my brain is familiar with, and the way that they're layered on top of each other, the set, his voice, the rasp, his talent on top of the way that all of it flows and puzzles together in this beautiful, unique, unbridled, unprecedented way. 8 months removed. So I said in the music video when I reacted to it, I said, I'm gonna hyperfixate on this song for sure. I did hyperfixate on that song. And me with ADHD, I hyperfixate on something for a month or two, sometimes maybe 3 or 4, and then I drop it like it's day old trash and I never go back to it. That's how hyperfixations work for me 90% of the time. But then that 10% is I hyperfixate and then it stays. And this is something that my brain still can't get enough of. And I cannot even articulate how special that is. How I know that this song is so special because it's stuck with me for 8 months. And I still get goosebumps when I listen to it. When I watch the music video, I still cry. I still tear up because it's so beautiful. I just want to say thank you, Bobby, for Cherry Blossom. I will never forget how that song made me feel. Anyway, so Cherry Blossom's incredible. If you haven't heard it yourself, please go listen to it. I reacted to both Cherry Blossom and Drowning in my video. So today we are going to react to a few Bobby music videos that I was recommended. We're gonna watch I Love You, Runaway, and You Mad. That's what we're going to cover in this reaction video. I am going to react to F in another video that's going to come soon. I'm curious to see how his style has changed over the years and how different it is than what I know him as, which is just Cherry Blossom and Drowning, and that's just in his solo work. So we're going to start with I Love You. I'm already gonna love it. I don't know what it is about his style. The range this man has. First of all, Precious Angel that I'm going to defend until my last breath. Like, let's just get that out of the way. The high notes. Also, him with orange hair, everything. This song is fantastic. Untouchable. Like, and he's only 22 here. Maybe 21, actually. Depending on when it was in the year. So much talent oozing. Like, genre defying. I love music like this too. Like, love me some Sigala, like that, like Dance Island, like DJ remixed. This song shows so many facets of him. Like, the beat is already genre defying, and it's just, he's like playing on it even more uniquely. Obsessed. Obsessed. On par with what I've heard so far. He's so incredible. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I just wanted to look at the lyrics. This kid is 21 years old. Did he write this himself? He wrote the goddamn song. He wrote the goddamn song himself. This man is a fucking genius. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. On to the next one. On to the fucking next one. Here we go. All right. Now we're going to watch Runaway. This came out the same day. In 2017, so still just as young as he was then.
이제는 지긋지긋했어 작은 일들의 기분이 쉽게 비뚤비뚤해져 혼자 오는 퇴근길이 시끌시끌해도 나와 관계없는 웃음뿐 고개를 털고 계속 정신없이 달렸지 어른이 될지 모르고 걱정 없이 사는 척 엄마 걱정을 덜으려 집에 도착하면 씻고 불 끄고 누워도 이제는 꿈보다 현실이 무거워 잠을 못 들어 거울 속에 왜 더 이상 내가 알던 내 모습이 아닌데 꿈을 쫓고 싶은데
He's a baby. Who was making music like this in 2017? Who's making music like this now? It's so astounding to me how multifaceted Bobby is. I feel like he fits in his own genre. I feel like nothing could define him the way he himself defines himself. And he's a child here. He's young. He has so much of his life ahead of him. To have this much creativity and have this much talent, to have this much insight on yourself. Wow. Why the fuck is Bobby a hidden gem? Is he in New York? So he's just in New York? That's crazy. Okay.
생겨서 실패를 하기 싫어 자꾸만 시도를 그르쳐 다치기 싫어서 새로운 만남을 기피해 혼자 오는 쪽이 편해 눈치 볼 필요 없어서 내 침대에 누워도 내 집은 아닌 것 같아서 그저 어딘가 먼 데로 떠나가고 싶어져 내일은 해가 뜬다라는 희망을 찾아도 좋은 아침이란 말엔 아무도 진심이 없어 거울 속에 왜 더 이상 내가 알던 내 모습이 아닌데 꿈을 쫓고 싶은데 내 어깨에 책임이
It's so groovy. And the rat, spiritual. Like, I'm not even religious and spiritual. Bobby is my religion.
거울을 보는 내 눈빛 내 모습 무너진 두 발 거울 속 남자가 떠나서게만 바라보네 괜찮아질 거야 몰래 이긴 방황의 저 끝에 내가 찾는 내 모습이 날 기다리고 있길 길이 잃어버린 나는 이제 지쳐서 나갈 수 없어 여기서 나를 데려가줘 숨쉬기 어려워 길이 잃어버린 나의 손을 잡아줘 I don't know
I should be saying stuff. The way he plays with the beat, I'm in such awe of him. He's truly a musical genius. Wow. I think we already know the answer to this. I definitely shouldn't be surprised at this point that he writes all his songs. Runaway was phenomenal. It felt so personal. It felt so like emotional and cathartic. I love that song too. I think I'm Gonna Love You Mad as well. I think this is his most popular solo song. So I Love You has 14 million. This song has 10 million, but this is the song I've heard about the most. This is greatly anticipated by me. Like, this song is something that I have been looking forward to watching for a long time. Runaway was phenomenal. I loved it. Now we're going to jump into You Mad. I don't mean to giggle. How embarrassing. Now, what I forgot to say before I started is this song just came out 2 years ago. So this song is relatively new. I'm curious to see how his style has changed since I Love You and Runaway.
Tryna fight my cool, ever tryna wanna be my team. Don't ever tryna be run 놈은 틀려 머리 쓰는 방식 내가 볼 때는 사려먹고 뱉어와서 행복해도 그게 사람이냐 가치가 미련한 건 변도 아냐 엉덩이로 난 뭔가 사랑할 줄을 몰라 누구 가르친데 멍청아 제발 관심거래 변태야 신고하기 전에 경찰이 니는 이때 물고 화장시간 머릿속이 모습 자연스러워 그대로 받고 있어 혹시 홍학이시냐고 나는 그리야 살라다 책이 바라처럼 I'm a loving realist
I gotta say that again. Hold on.
멋진 친구들 멋진 시간대로 놀러 다녀 너는 눈을 돌려 꼴 보기가 싫어 네가 제일 좋아라 하는 가게에서 소방시켜 내 머리 위에 인간을 둘 수 없지 고집불통 이상 주의 난 죽어도 자존심이 주요 보여 I'm a freak to life ever try to test me 정신이 허밍해 홍대길 거리 too much shots on my 머리에 멍청한 패거리 언제나 재밌지 현명한 딸 다 빼먹지 적들이 사방에 all of my enemies 얘네들 때문에 돈은 내가 되고 내 feeling of thrilling 느껴지는 에너지 저지르지 felony Double tap, go, big old ladies all cool boys 멈춰요 진들 마 필요 없어 더 double tap, go, big old ladies all cool boys 멈춰요 진들 마 필요 없어 더 Yeah, why you mad son? Don't be fool, don't be proud 속았다 아무것도 못했어 Yeah, why you mad son? Don't be fool, don't be proud 속았다 아무것도 못했어 Why you mad son? 쟤네 Why you mad son? 화가 나 Why you mad son? 쟤네 Why you mad? 아무것도 못하죠 Yeah,
That was so much. That was so much. There were definitely parts of his rap that made me think of like early Augusty. That like anger. I need to watch it again because I was too busy trying to read the subtitles, and this music video went so fast that I couldn't do the same thing at the same time. So I'm just going to watch it. I'm not going to look at the subtitles. I'm not going to even put them on. I'm just going to watch the music video this time just to like really get a grasp of it. Now I understand why he had two people in Drowning, why he used himself twice. Maybe it's like part of his universe. I like it. I need to bump this shit. Hold on.
시시리가 예상외로 잘 나가니 배가 아파 뒤지겠지야만 내 반 이상의 방에도만 쳐다볼 때 한심하다 생각했지 니네 자랑할 때 부러운 적 단 한 번도 없어 사실 정이 떨어지고 찔릴 때 겁나도 하나씩의 좋은 엿 바꿔먹고 침파 Don't ever tryna fight my cool ever tryna wanna be my team Don't ever tryna be real 놈은 틀려 머리 쓰는 방식 내가 볼 때는 사려먹고 배쳐와서 행복해도 그게 사람이냐 가치감이라는 건 변도 아냐 엉덩이로 난 뭔가 사랑할 줄을 몰라 누구 가르친데 멍청아 제발 관심 꺼내 변태 신고하기 전에 경찰이 니네 니때 물고 화장실 가 머릿속에 모습 자연스러워 그대로 바꾸고 있어 혹시 홍하기 시냐고 나는 그리 아살라다 체계바라처럼 I'm a loving realist
Like that first verse is kind of where I felt like Augusty vibes. A whole action movie. The manipulation in his voice. He could say anything, and I'm like addicted to it. That's my favorite part. That's so cool. Wild. I feel like that was such a sharp left turn from what the two videos that I just watched. Speaking of cathartic, like I feel like that track was so cathartic for him, like to get out his anger. That's what it felt like. It was so like, it was like a punching bag. Cool music video. Lyrics were cool, beat was great. There's something about the way that he manipulates his voice and how he dances on the beat that is so uniquely him. It's entrancing. It's mesmerizing. It's so gorgeous, and I love it. Okay, so that was I Love You, Runaway, and You Mad by Bobby. I really liked all three of them. I think my favorite is I Love You. I really like that song. It had this like upbeat dance pop, EDM almost beat. I just loved it. I listen to other artists like that use beats like that and sample beats like that. I really liked it. And then Runaway was so deeply emotional, but also so catchy and so personal and like addicting to listen to. It felt like a sweet swan song. It felt like a bird singing, if that makes sense. It felt like a beautiful melody of like his life. It was wonderful. And then You Mad was kind of like this badass side of him. And I'm glad I watched You Mad before I'm going to be watching F, because I feel like they may have similar styles. And You Mad had this kind of like cathartic, angry, rebellious call out energy that was so different from Runaway, I Love You, Cherry Blossom, Drowning, like all that. It was a whole different side of Bobby that I haven't experienced yet. And it was so interesting to hear him kind of take a more like aggressive tone. Like I kind of said in Rhythm Ta, he has this like bulldog energy where it's kind of like he looks menacing, but he's so sweet. And he has this like loud bark, but he doesn't bite, you know? That's what You Mad kind of felt like. It was like that loud bark. My brain runs a 5K when I think about Bobby. It's just, there's so many things I could say. Like, I think Bobby is such a unique artist. He's a genius. He has this flow and this style and this creativity that like I've never encountered before. And it was made more obvious as I watched I Love You and Runaway and You Mad kind of back to back, because I was able to see the different facets and the different levels of his creativity and how expansive it is. These 3 songs were so different and so surprising that the same person sang them all and rapped in them all. All 3 are going on my playlist, of course. It's so fascinating and inspiring to watch how he's grown and changed, yet stayed the same and true to his gift. If that makes sense. I am so in awe of him. That's all I can say. I am so in awe of him. I already feel better. I'm really glad I decided to listen to Bobby today. He's magic. He's great. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.